My name is Katherine Sinsabaugh, and it's a joy and an honor to be here today and to speak to you. Over 30 years ago, I was asked to play for Christmas Eve service here at SBSA. I wasn't a member then, but something about that night stayed with me. The music, the warmth, and the sense of belonging were unlike anything I had experienced before. So I kept coming back year after year to play, to listen, and to be part of something that felt deeply meaningful to me. Since that first night, I've played in almost every SPSA's Christmas Eve service. Through every season of life, no matter how much time had passed or how my circumstances have changed, I was always welcomed back as a part of a special family. Thank you, everyone. That sense of being known, being accepted, and really embraced has been one of the greatest gifts of my life. In the years that followed, life brought many changes. I got married, I became a mom, I got divorced, I changed jobs. Through it all, one thing remained constant: SPSA. This church has been a place where I could bring all parts of myself: the musician, the mother, the seeker, and the person still finding her way. Playing my viola in this space has never been just about the music. It's been a way to pray, to connect, and to serve. Every note I've played has been part of a larger conversation, one between faith, community, and hope. Over time, SPSA became more than a place I visited. It became a home that helped me to rediscover who I am. Comforting, but also truly special, is the deep connection I have with this church. I went to college with people who are in this community. And that was a long time ago. I have played and performed alongside others here. I even once ran a renegade orchestra when I was a student at Barnard. And it's funny how life has a way of circling back, because Scott Matheny, who has ties here, was the person who gave that orchestra a home. My wonderful former Larchmont minister is also here in this community. It feels as though the threads of my life, music, faith, friendship, and calling, have all been gently woven together here in SPSA. As the years have gone on, I found other ways to be a part of the community. Some highlights for me: when Mila was younger, that's my daughter, we volunteered together at the food pantry. And I should say she still does that as a student here at Barnard. Sharing time and love with others in need was wonderful and powerful. I've also had the privilege of volunteering to sort clothing for Miracle Mondays, another reminder how SPSA reaches beyond its walls to touch people's lives with care and compassion. This past year, I found myself reconnecting with SPSA, and that experience has been unexpectedly healing. Here, I have found a community that allows me to show up as I am, no assumptions, no pressure, just welcome. I've been invited to share my viola, not out of duty, but out of joy. And in that freedom, I have felt something I longed for: the true reflection of God's love, unconditional, accepting, and really real. Now, as I make this transition back to New York, and I'm very excited about that, I knew that SPSA needed to be part of it. I knew I needed a place where I could keep growing. Yes, even people in their 60s are still learning and growing to be their best selves. SPSA gives me that space, a place to be challenged, inspired, and renewed in faith and community. Supporting our church matters because it keeps spaces like this alive, spaces where people can rediscover faith, where music and art can become worship, and where each of us can be reminded that we belong. SPSA is not just a church, it's a living example of grace in our community. As I continue to grow in my own faith, I've realized that discovering who I am and why I'm here is part of honoring the life God has given me. Our time on earth is not endless, and that awareness inspires me to live intentionally, to make sure that my days, my work, my music, and my relationships bring light into this world. This community has helped me to do that. Together, we have shared in one another's spiritual awakenings. We have learned from each other's questions, supported one another through challenges, and celebrated moments of joy. My journey continues, shaped by seeking belonging and meaning, but uplifted by grace. I am learning to rest in God's presence, to accept myself fully, and to share my gifts in ways that give life. And for that, and for all of you, and for the God who never left my side, I am deeply grateful. Thank you, SPSA. Thank you to you all for being a place where faith feels real, where art and music are welcomed as worship, and where love is lived out in our community. Let's continue to support this church, not just to keep it standing, but to keep its spirit alive for everyone who needs a home like this one. Thank you all.